Twisted philosophy. Meditate and don't drink green tea. If it's inability,
Let's get into homework, man.
Okay.
We're kind of at that point in the show. So,
Yeah.
what you got a whole bunch?
I do.
Do your books first. Knock your books out. How many actual books have you read, or are you just all comics right now?
I've got one book in here.
Okay.
It was called Monster: A Fan's Dilemma.
Okay.
And after all the Neil Gaiman allegations came out, I heard that this was a good book to read about celebrity and trying to separate the art from the author.
Mm-hmm.
I gave up halfway through because it was this woman's kind of just going back and forth. I really like Woody Allen, but can I watch Annie Hall again? And I didn't feel like she really went anywhere kind of explaining how a fan should feel about these kind of corrupted celebrities that we have ties
Like
to.
the Kevin Spacey paradox, because
Yes.
of the fact that it's hard to separate the art from the artist. It's just he's in so many of the great movies from the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and you gotta go. You just can't enjoy that any longer. I don't know, and there's no right answer. Everyone has to say what they feel comfortable with. But it's an interesting concept. I get the concept of wanting to try to write a book about it.
Yeah,
but I mean.
And I think
Hollywood's just full of weirdos, dude. What do you expect?
and she had written like an essay about it that was popular, and she tried to turn it into a book. I think the essay probably would have worked out a lot better for me than this whole book of her just kind of rambling about these different people that she's fans of, but she doesn't know if she should be fans of them.
And what's the Neil Gaiman allegation? I didn't hear anything about that.
He's been accused of very vile, almost Vince McMahon type acts against women. Him and his wife had a babysitter that he forced himself upon, and apparently his wife knew about it and didn't say anything. So she's kind of getting
interesting.
She's kind of getting dragged through the mud too. Yeah.
Oh Lord, good old Neil Gaiman. All right, bye. Go take your money and disappear. I guess.
Yeah, which is a shame because he's one of my favorite writers.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of one of his books when like this all came out, and I'm just like, I think I'm going to be done with it for now.
Just at least for now.
Maybe in a couple years, it's something I can go back to. And
sure.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Sandman comics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's probably my all-time favorite comic series, and now it's like I really don't want to read it for probably a few years.
Oh no! Why can people just not? Why can't it just be normal? And maybe not even be normal. I know normal's subjective.
Yeah.
Just don't do creepy shit.
Yeah.
Just don't. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that was the one book. Okay.
Yeah.
What about what are you doing comic book wise?
All right. So based off your recommendation, I read In.
Which one was that one?
That was the guy trying to make connections with people.
Yes. That was that. It's a small little book. Well, not small. It's a bigger book as far as the actual physical copy I had. But I never heard of writer. Never heard. I think he did the art too.
Yes, he did, correctly. And it was semi-autobiographical.
Okay. Yeah. So, what'd you think?
It's very interesting. I do like books like that, where it kind of gets you to think about just like the human experience.
Absolutely.
And trying to draw the connections with people, and then he meets this girl and he kind of pushes her away because the connection's almost too real.
Yep, absolutely. It's a beautiful book. It is. It's not like one that I think you would have to revisit multiple times, but it's one of those where we always have those episodes here and there. Is like, what have you read that doesn't have capes? What's not Marvel and not DC?
Yep,
it's just a graphic novel, and I think that falls on that. Now, is it an all-timer? I don't know, but it was still worthy of discussion and worthy, I think, of having a readership. I think it deserves a following of people going, it was an interesting read because, like you said, it made you think about the human connection. It just, in this digital world, there was actual real human connection and how hard it can be.
Yeah.
And how much you have to put yourself out there to try to make those connections. And it's difficult. It really is.
And he was even having problems like connecting with his mom.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, hell, the interaction with just the plumber. Do you remember those scenes with the
Oh
plumber?
yeah,
I mean, even that. I was like, God, unbelievable. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm glad you read. I'm glad, and I didn't think it would be a bad recommendation.
yeah. Next one I did was the Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Volume 17, Kraven's Last Hunt.
Oh, okay. So you just did a revisit of the old classic. Gotcha.
So I had actually never read it before.
Mhm.
And I got it for Christmas, but this was a lot more than just Kraven's Last Hunt.
Mhm.
It was probably about 20 issues of Spider-Man comics.
Mhm.
And if it would have been Kraven's Last Hunt, I probably would have liked it a lot more. They dealt with the Ned Leeds Hobgoblin stuff, which I thought was really good, and I kind of want to go back and read the stuff that happened before this book. But then there's a story in the middle that was the Spider Slayer, which almost like I was almost to the point of just skipping those issues and moving to the next story arc.
You know. Okay, I thought I liked the Spider Slayer stuff.
Yeah, I didn't care with it. It felt dated. It felt very dated.
Oh yeah, at this point it is a little bit, sure.
Yeah. And then it had the wedding issue, him and MJ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
Let's see. I'm trying to see if they have it here. Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Spider-Man or Spider Clone. Let's see. Venom. Invasion of the Spider Slayers. Epic Collection, Big Apple Battleground, Venom. I'm not finding anything really quick, so never mind. I was just going to see if I could find the same thing just so I can take a look at it here real quick, especially if I can get the digital copy. Oh, here we go. Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Kraven's Last Hunt, Volume 17. Is that what it was?
yes, it was.
Okay. So, yeah, I could probably take a look at that. Okay. So, you enjoyed it, but you enjoyed the classic Kraven's Last Hunt?
Yeah, I did. It was really good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, and I'm glad I have it for the shelf now.
Nice.
Since this is going to be a movie, I read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
I didn't like it.
I
Hard for me
enjoyed
to
it.
get into.
The
No, I couldn't get into it.
the art
artwork,
threw me a little
I didn't
bit.
enjoy the artwork
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, that was probably my biggest issue with it. Tom King likes to write dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
But
And this coming from a Tom King fan. I'm
Yeah.
a big Tom King fan. I just couldn't get into this. It just wasn't for me.
yeah, no, I enjoyed the story.
Mhm.
It gave a very good picture of like the character of Supergirl.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I need to revisit it. I don't know. I read it. I started reading it. I just couldn't get into it. Put it down. Walked away.
yeah,
It just wasn't for me. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
yeah. Next one I read was called Space-Mullet.
Space-Mullet.
So it's Daniel Warren Johnson.
Okay.
And I'm at the point where I'm reading anything he does. But this was one of his early works. It had potential, but it just felt kind of flat. And he's actually critiqued the book, saying he's come so far along as a writer and an artist since then. Hopefully he comes back and revisits the story and kind of adds to it. I think it's something he wants to do, but he just hasn't done yet.
Here you go. Actually, I could get the digital copy of it. Yeah, Space-Mullet, Daniel Warren Johnson. Perfect for fans of Firefly and Cowboy Bebop. Space-Mullet is a sci-fi romp about a ragtag crew of misfits doing everything they can to get by in space. Space-Mullet is an episodic comic about a washed-up ex-space marine trucker named Jonah and his alien co-pilot Alpheus. Together they do their best and usually fail to do good throughout the galaxy. So, yeah, I mean, I can see where he was trying to go with it.
Yeah, and it definitely had potential.
Yeah.
And like the cover, it shows like 6 people that are part of the crew, but they come at the very end of the book. So it made me think there was some kind of bigger story that's coming, or that was going to come, and it just kind of got delayed by the other stuff he's been working on.
So let me interrupt then here real quick, because I have books that I want to read I haven't gotten to yet. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Especially Do a Power Bomb.
Yep.
Which you've raved about, because I think you've done 2 reads of it.
I have.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then he also did some Transformers work, if I remember our conversation from last time.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
He's the current writer on Transformers.
Okay. And here's my biggest fear, is you gave me Murder Falcon to read. Halfway through Jade, I stopped. Couldn't do it.
Okay.
Not enjoyable. So if I don't like Murder Falcon and I couldn't get through it, am I even going to be able to get through Powerbomb or any of the Transformer stuff?
I think you'll get through Powerbomb as a wrestling fan.
Okay.
Okay. He's got a lot of deeper themes to his books that, like, looking at the surface, it
was. But here's the thing: it's cool. I get it. Like, Murder Falcon, metal, awesome. The freaking design of the Murder Falcon character thing, whatever it is, the big bird, face of the Falcon. He's cool, and I get that you got this kind of guy down and out on his luck, and he's dealing with. It just seems like he's dealing with some depression, and this is how he's figuring it out, and he's getting his band back together and all this stuff, and I want to like it, but the artwork is not very 90s and not even good 90s in my opinion. His prose, I just couldn't connect. And that's my fear. So should I, you being a big fan of his, is Murder Falcon one of his better books? Like, is that one of your favorites? Or is there other books that you like by him, and this is maybe just one of his early works? Like, you just said that you didn't like Space-Mullet too much. Yeah. Right? So he's going to have hits and misses. Yeah. But the way you're selling him as a writer, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to look forward to this. And it fell flat. It really did. So am I missing something? Do I need to just push through and maybe for the second half of the book I'll really get into it even more? Or is that one where you go, oh no, I understand you not liking it as much, don't worry about it, try Powerbomb and see what you think after that? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way. There's a little bit of a twist at the end of that book that you're like, everything makes sense. Murder Falcon or Powerbomb? Murder Falcon. Okay, gotcha. Powerbomb is a story about dealing with the loss of a parent. Okay. So that one might hit you right now. So yeah. So I'll I can't. Again, it's a cool concept. I mean, you've read it twice, and you're selling it pretty hardcore. So it's not like I'm not going to read it. Yeah. But it's just a matter of you had me really hyped on this writer, and this was my first introduction to him was that book, because then I'm looking at Extremity. I don't know if you've read that one. Extremity's okay. I enjoyed it. It got better as it went along. I guess he did something for Wonder Woman. It says Wonder Woman Dead Earth Volume 1. Yeah, that's one of their Black Label books. Okay, and then we've got Beta Ray Bill. He did a Beta Ray Bill book. But that sounds like right up his alley. Yeah. For Beta, it seems like that's his character right there, or at least his type of character. Yeah. And then you've got The Moon is Following Us, which is coming out right now, and I'm reading it, and it's about doing anything you can for your child. Okay. See, so I mean, the themes you're talking about in all of his books, very relatable. Yes. Very, and it's just like I'm hoping I'm hoping I connect. I'm hoping I can find something I do enjoy. We'll just have to see, I guess. Yeah. It just, again, Murder Falcon just didn't do it for me. It just really didn't. I was disappointed. I was actually really like dreading having to tell you this just ain't for me. It's just not. But it's all subjective. Yeah. Well, Do a Powerbomb and Transformers are probably the top two things he's done. Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So, next one was We Call Them Giants by Kieran Gillian. It wasn't... That's familiar. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. I want to see if I can see a picture of it. It's got stunning art. We Call Them Giants? Yeah. I don't think this is going to be the book. Okay, yes. Wait a minute. Hold on. That might just be a different cover. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, this looks super familiar. Why does this seem like I've... I don't know. I heard it's really good. The story was kind of shallow, but the art was just unreal. Yeah, maybe that's not the Giants book I'm thinking of. Because, man, there's one book, and I'm trying to remember who wrote it. Giants. Was it Brian K. Vaughan that did that one I'm thinking of? Are you thinking of I Kill Giants by, I think it's Joe Kelly? Hold on. All right. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Yeah. That might be it. I mean, that's not it, man. Huh. Yes, I Kill Giants. I enjoy that one. Now that I see it, yes, I really do like that book. But it's not the one I'm thinking of. I'll have to find it and kind of remind myself of. But you keep going. Sorry, man. I'm interrupting you. Go for it. No, that's all right. Kind of shallow story. It's basically this girl wakes up and everybody's gone. The apocalypse happened and she was left behind. She finds a schoolmate. They kind of stick together.
They eventually find an older woman who kind of watches out for them, but then there's these giants that show up, and she doesn't know if she can trust them or not. There were elements of the story I liked, but it really didn't get into much detail, so I'd say probably pass on this one.
Oh, okay.
Next one is Punk Rock Jesus from Sean Murphy.
Punk rock. Now, Sean Murphy's I like his work. I do. So how was this one?
So he said in the in interviews about this, he used to be a devout Catholic, but he fell into atheism, and this was kind of his take on it. This corporation supposedly finds the loincloth of Jesus and are able to clone him from it. And it's kind of a tragic tale, but it's very interesting for a different look at religion that I'm not used to.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. And I found the book I was thinking of, by the way. And it's definitely not giants.
Okay.
It involves giant robots, and that's why I was thinking of it. It's one I read a long time ago, but it stuck with me because of how much I love the artwork. It's a Brian K. Vaughan book, and that's why I was thinking about Brian K. Vaughan. We Stand on Guard.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you ever read that one or not.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, I love that book.
Yeah.
It's not much. It's not one that makes you think too much, but man, it's beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
So Punk Rock Jesus, man, I don't know. That got me kind of thinking. A reality TV show starring a clone of Jesus Christ causes chaos across the near future. J2 causes both outrage and adulation. Religious zealots either love or hate the show. Angry politicians worry about its influence. It's on some man. Yeah, no, this is not capes. This is not a capes book at all.
It's a deep book.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it, even though I don't necessarily agree with his viewpoint.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Is it disrespectful though?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's just someone's a different outlook.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's hard to do that in 2025. Now, mind you, this book is from 2013.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed since 2013.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And
it's just
and I think a lot of people that would read it would be outraged by it, but it's not necessarily what it's for. It's people don't necessarily want to seek out a viewpoint that's different from what they believe.
Sure, absolutely. We all living in our echo chambers, right? We just want to hear what we want to hear, and anything else you don't want to give it a chance. But this is the kind of book that challenges you on that, and those are the kind of books you need to read, and it helps you either solidifies what you're thinking and what you believe, or it's going to give you a different outlook, and maybe you need to kind of reassess where you're at, right? So those are great books. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yep. So I
like it. Cool.
I actually found a used copy of it for like $6. So I was like, I'm just going to take a chance on it. It was worth it. And then the last one, my big project of what I'm trying to read is Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah, you sent me that, and I was like, man, I remember the cartoon back in the day from Fox Kids.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. So how long is that? Is that a really big undertaking?
Yeah. And the book I bought is the first of the Dark Horse series. So there were 7 volumes from Fantagraphics, a smaller comic company. I have not been able to find those at a decent price yet, and I'm trying to. But the first 2 volumes of the Fantagraphics are really good. It's kind of more along the lines of a Bone, where it's more a kid could read it and get a good story out of it, but an adult can read it and get like the historical accuracy of old Japan, even though it's set with animals instead of humans.
Nice.
So
okay, yeah, I good on you. I don't think I'd ever even try to tackle it, to be honest with you, because I just don't have it in me to take on that kind of undertaking. I don't think I got too much other stuff to try to get caught up on.
Yeah. Well, the Dark Horse series, I think there's like 20 volumes of like the saga books, which are like more like compendiums than actual trades.
Good on you, man. I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, go for it.
I'm enjoying it. They're quick reads too, so.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, but man, just imagine if they weren't
Oh,
like old school. Remember, think if they were like old school Claremont books where there's just so much exposition written.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's a lot like Bone, because it's a quick read.
Yeah.
It's an all ages book. I think when I'm done with it, I could get Will into it, and he'd probably really like it.
You know, an all ages book I do want to go revisit and probably buy the trades
Mhm.
and to have easier access to. I gotta go with my what was it called? Oh shit! No, now I'm blanking. Dinosaur.
Oh, Super Dinosaur.
Oh, Super Dinosaur. Come on, man. That was such a great read. So
Yeah.
easy. I love Super Dinosaur. Did he ever finish that, or was that just a project that just fell by the wayside?
I don't know. Because I think I bought like the first 6 or 8 issues, and then
Did you not like it?
no, I really enjoyed it, but I think that was one of those periods where I kind of stopped buying comics for a while.
Yeah, I hear you. But man, that talk about all ages book that you like. This would just be a perfect introduction for any kid.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. Boom, run with it.
Well, and that's why Robert Kirkman created it, was for his kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Which, speaking of, I've probably talked about it before or not, but it's the Fantastic Four. It's what's the kid's name? Johnny. Not Johnny. Damn it, Jay. What's the kid's name? Richard Franklin.
Franklin Richards.
Franklin Richards. Sorry. God
Yeah.
damn it. Their kid.
Yeah.
Okay, Sue and Reed's kid.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. Did you ever read the books? I think it was it's like almost like, I think it's Scotty Young maybe did them. I'm trying to remember if he did or not.
No.
It was like Franklin Richards Kid Genius. Did you never have you ever
No.
heard of it?
No.
Oh, you've never heard of this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, Franklin Richards, Son of a Genius. Dude, you got to read it.
Okay.
You got to. They're great all age kids. My son, which again, he hates everything I hate, right? Or he hates everything I love.
Yeah.
Just about. He doesn't hate it. He's just not into what I'm into, which
Yeah.
is fine. But I was like, at one point, I'm like, please, bro, it's a comic, but it's not it's just read this. Oh man, he's read these so many times.
Yeah.
Who did it? Franklin, Chris. Eliopoulos. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But check them out. They're great. They're really, really good. They're in the fashion of a Scotty Young book, but no, it's not. It's Chris Eliopoulos is he's the penciler on it and the writer.
Okay.
They're great. They're so good. Buy them, put them on your shelf. Trust me, they're hilarious. They're you find any kid. Let's say at any point you got even a friend's kids that come just while you're talking, have them read that. No, they'll laugh about it.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Because I was like, finally, Fantastic Four movies coming out. I'm like, Brody, look, it's Herbie's a big part in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Brody, look, it's Herbie, and he's like, oh yeah. And I was like, finally a comic book movie that he's like, now mind you, he's seen all the Marvel movies. He actually likes Deadpool. He won't admit it, and he watches it even though we know. At one point where he's like, he watched them when he shouldn't have been. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Totally watching them, I'm pretty sure. But this is one time where like it's Herbie, and it's that connection to that kid's book from when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm a little bit more excited because he watched the trailer and he's like, man. But I was like, what about Herbie? He's like, oh yeah, Herbie.
Yeah.
So that was a good part of it. That's why I bring that up.
Yeah.
But okay. We got onto a tangent of kid all age books for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but go ahead, keep going.
As far as movies, I won't go through all of them when we watch, but we did go to
Okay.
the theater and see Love Hurts.
With a short round.
Yes.
How was it?
It was so much fun.
Nice. It's a fun movie. It's
It
not
is.
the best movie, right?
No,
Not
no.
the- but it's fun.
It's the best movie of 2025 so far.
Nice. But how many have you seen in 2025 so far?
2.
See? I love it. Oh, that's too funny, man. How are you doing on your list for 2024 though?
I really haven't knocked anything out. A lot of what
Here we go. Yeah, I gotta see what I've still got. I don't know if I've done anything since then.
I watched Nightbitch and turned it off.
Oh, you turned it off.
I did.
I told you that was gonna be yours. So it's that bad, huh?
Nothing happened.
Oh my god, it sucks. I knew it. I knew
yeah.
it. It looked too weird, man.
I was expecting her to snap like early on in the movie, but no. Like, I think I maybe got 45 minutes into it, and it's just her with her kid.
I'm maxing it out, dude. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I refuse. I'm glad you. Oh man, I watched a couple here. Okay, I'm keeping up. Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm just letting you know. Flow is on HBO now.
Okay.
So I'm getting around. I'll get around to it. I just haven't yet.
Yeah.
I needed to watch Stand by Me for like the 100th time instead of watching Flow.
I know. That's the rest of my list is a lot like that. Like, I've been watching a lot of stuff with Will.
Yeah.
So
you know what I revisited that you might if he hasn't seen it, get him to watch it
Okay.
because I find it to be an action classic. Speed was on HBO and I could not click on it. Dude.
We've seen
Speed's
it.
so good.
Yeah.
You've seen okay, good.
Yeah. But like he didn't finish Glass Onion. He ended up leaving for some reason during it. So he wanted to watch it. It's still so good. We watched Austin Powers International Man of Mystery.
Nice.
Does not hold up at all.
Doesn't hold up?
No.
Oh, yes, it does. Come
No,
on,
it
man.
doesn't.
Could you please throw me a Band-Aid and maybe some Bactine?
That was one of the few parts he laughed at. That and who does number 2 work for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But
that's classic 90s comedy. You're gonna tell me that if you let him watch American Pie, you're gonna say American Pie is not funny. And that still holds up.
That one will probably hold up.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I showed him the Blues Brothers.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a classic, though. That's a classic. Right?
Yeah. He liked it better than Austin Powers, but it wasn't like high on his list of things.
No, it's just not going to be.
Yeah.
That's just not. This generation is just not going to get it.
Yeah. Showed him the Kill Bill movies. Loved them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, they're awesome.
Yeah. And then I showed him The Jerk.
Blind spot for me.
Oh my God. It's one of the funniest movies ever.
You're a big Steve Martin fan, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it, but again, it was like Blues Brothers. He's like, it was okay. I had it
because I mean, like, and then you're gonna try and show him Three Amigos, and he probably won't like Three Amigos.
Oh, he liked Three Amigos. I've shown him that.
He does
already.
like it. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
So, and then we knocked out. I went back and rewatched season 1 of Severance with Aaron, and we're into season 2, and it's.
We're waiting for all of season 2 to be done, but we'll binge it. But again, I don't know if I have time to go. I got Mizzou basketball to watch. I don't have time for rewatching shows.
Yeah, I know.
I got hockey to watch. I got basketball to watch. I ain't got time to go back. I just don't.
Yeah.
But Severance is one of those where I think we're gonna have to remember everything that happened.
Okay, yeah, I forgot a lot of stuff during that.
Yeah, but it's a great show. It's
it's
one of those shows that it's good enough, but you're also like watching because you gotta go, what the hell is going on? I need to understand this better. Come on, man.
Yeah, because you definitely pick up stuff on the second time through.
Yeah.
And then I rewatched season 1 of Silo with her, and we're in the middle of season 2.
I loved season 2. I love Silo so much, but you're a book guy. You're the book guy for Silo. You're not the TV show guy.
Right. There were things.
I think you ruined it for yourself. I think that was something you shouldn't have read.
Probably. The book was really good though, and there was stuff I picked up in the second watch that I missed in the first watch. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we knocked out Skeleton Crew.
Oh, I haven't started that. I haven't touched it. Is it going to be worth my time?
I think so. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it.
Okay. All right. The one you got me most hyped about is my Short Round movie, dude. Just because I like fun movies that you don't have to think about too much, and it's just enjoyable. It doesn't need to be the best movie ever. Not every movie needs to have that.
Yeah.
Just be fun. I like that. That's awesome.
I mean, it's got Beast Mode. What's his name?
Oh, Marshawn Lynch?
Yes, he's in it, and he's great. And there's one point where he's in the middle of a fight, and he gets down like he's a running back, and he yells Beast Mode and goes and tackles a guy.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I cracked up, and Aaron's like, why is that funny?
Oh, she just don't know.
Yeah.
She don't know what's up.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much
it.
Most of your list there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for taking the plunge on Nightbitch for the podcast. You've done your due diligence there for us.
Yeah.
I think the next one I'm going to challenge you with though
was
the one I saw it on my list here. I was going to maybe challenge you to say you're going to have to watch this one. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? No, not that one. Not that one. What was The Crow? The Crow. I think you agreed with me. You're not going to even bother watching The Crow.
No, I'm not going to. That was one of those movies that they never should have touched.
Well, and I challenged you with Zone of Interest a long time ago. I don't remember, but I thought that I don't know if that's a 24 movie or is that a 23, late 23, 24 movie. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think the Zone of Interest was the one I'm maybe thinking of. Oh no, here it is. Hundreds of Beavers. Did you ever watch Hundreds of Beavers?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. All right. That's still on your. You got to take one for the team list.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to focus on the 24 list of some more I knocked out. Just because I don't want to let this go. I want to spend a lot of our early time here in 25 trying to get through 24, as they come out on streaming, mind you.
Yeah.
Or I can get them from the library. I watched one called Turtles All the Way Down. Not a great movie by any means, but there's this one scene, and it's a girl that deals with a mental illness of. I don't even want to know if. I guess you have to call it a mental illness because of her fear of germs. Basically, a germaphobe, but to the nth degree.
Yeah.
But there's this one scene that she has. She has it with a professor, and the only thing I know this woman from is from her role in Succession. She was basically the right hand. She was like Brian Cox's right hand man.
Yeah.
But a woman.
Yep.
You'll recognize her in it, and she was. It references the title of the movie and the one conversation. It's a 5-minute scene basically. It makes the whole movie, and it's wonderful. That one scene. So if you just wanted to fast forward to that one scene, I'd highly recommend it. But you lose the context of the entire movie to try to get there.
Yeah.
But so not complete waste of your time, but again, not one I'm going to recommend. But if you're in the mood for a drama, where we don't get a lot of good dramas these days, this one was okay. It's kind of coming of age movie, but handles a topic of mental illness in the midst of it.
Okay.
So, to each their own who tries to tackle that one. Not the best coming of age movie because again, I'm still all about the my old ass.
Yeah.
That one's still it's still super high on my list for that year. And I don't know if I want to save this one. I might want to save this one for last because I think it's my favorite thing I watched.
Okay.
And I will skip that one. So we'll skip that one for now. I'll go back to my actual list here. Bear with me. All right, let me just try to blow through everything here. Watch Spiderhead with Hemsworth and Miles Teller. It's a sci-fi movie. It's a Netflix special, dude. Background movie only.
Okay.
Okay. It's okay. I don't want to give you anything more than that. Oh, this one was really good. Well, I was in a drama kind of mood, and so I watched a movie called When You're Done Saving the World. Julianne Moore, Finn Wolfhard. Interesting movie. A24, if I remember correctly. I believe it's an A24 movie. I recommend this one because I want your opinion on it. And I really can't give you a good synopsis other than it's a mother struggling to connect with her son, and they just have family issues. And the son is trying to also discover who he is, but he's infatuated with the girl, but he's one person, but he's trying to become something that he's not to try and impress her.
Yeah.
And it's just about figuring out who you are and being comfortable with who you are, but not changing who you are to be with the one that you want. It's an interesting one. Julianne Moore is really good in it.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I gotta pull this one up to see if I can remember it. Hold on. After Everything was kind of depressing, if I remember that one correctly. Yeah, After Everything was with Jeremy Allen White. It reminded me of 50-50.
Okay.
In the sense that he's got cancer. That's not a spoiler. That's basically the premise of the movie. It's kind of heartbreaking, actually.
I think I started.
It was really sad.
He just meets a girl.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It started and never went back to it, just because
and
it wasn't always bad, but
it's not the greatest. Yeah, it's not the greatest, but it was Jeremy Allen White, and I just this guy's good. He's a really good actor, really good, and he's just good in just about everything he does. These are how memorable they are of these movies, and I'm trying to remember this one. Oh, this is a really good one. Yes, I recommend this one.
Okay.
Say You Will, 2017 movie. I think it was Prime. Amazon Prime for this one. Gosh, the kid in this was super good. name is Travis Tope. He's in it. You'll recognize this kid. His name is Bobby in it. His real name is Israel Broussard. I pulled it up on Google here. He works in a movie store. So again, anytime you got a movie where the kid's working in a movie store, that's awesome. I think this was based in the early 2000s is when this was. I think. It might have been 2001 because I'm trying to remember if they referenced 9/11 or not. I can't remember. But yeah, no, watch this one. I think you're gonna really like this one.
Okay.
It's a drama. Quick synopsis: high school graduate cares for his mother and navigates his first relationship in the wake of his father's suicide. Again, I was in a dark place when I was watching a lot of movies. I guess I don't know what it was. I think the algorithm caught me and said, "Here, you're in a depressed mood. Watch all these."
Yeah.
Let's see. Teacher. Which one is teacher movie? Which one is teacher? I'm trying. That's how unmemorable some of these are. But this one was actually not bad. Once I remember what it is. David Dismalchin is in the movie called Teacher from 2019.
Okay.
Interesting movie. I had to get it. I think I just saw it at the library and I saw David Dismalchin was in it, and I just like him in just about everything.
Yeah.
And it's a rough drama to get through. It's about a kid who's getting bullied, and he was bullied as a kid. So it's almost like you're thinking, well, is this like The Substitute with what's his name?
Tom Berenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's not that, but it's got that feel to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not that. I Used to Go Here has Jillian Jacobs in it. It's meh. Don't watch it. I don't think I recommend it. Watched another drama, Dear Zoe. It's got the redhead girl from Stranger Things. It was okay. But just too many dramas, I think, I watched, to be honest with you. I have a great horror movie for you.
Okay.
That I really enjoyed. And Jen even liked it too. And we're finding it harder and harder to find good horror movies that we both enjoy. Arcadian. It's on Hulu with Nicolas Cage. And it actually got both of us to get jump scared, and very rarely do both of us get jump scared. It's not a jump scare movie, but it had a moment in there with it, and it's just one of those where you're like, cool, really good movie, having a good time, and all of a sudden it ends, and you're like, I want more. You know, I wanted more, and it doesn't give you that. It kind of just, you're hoping for a sequel, and I hope we get one so I can see the story continue, and so it's not a disappointing ending in the fact that I just want more. And it's got the kid, I don't know his name, but in the movie It, the newest version of it, he's the main character. I don't know if you know his name or not, but you'd recognize him once you see him. That's the only thing I know him from.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Okay, really good movie. I think you'd like this one a lot. It's called Free Samples.
Okay.
Has Jesse Eisenberg in it. Super small, independent film. Based on a girl having a rough day trying to figure out her life, and she works for an ice cream truck where she's giving out free samples of ice cream.
Yeah.
Jay, don't ask me how I ran into this one. I just did. You're gonna like it.
Okay.
I think you're really gonna like it because it reminds you of the indie hits of the 90s. It's got that 90s flavor to it, and I think it's really enjoyable. Not a dark comedy, but not a funny comedy.
Yeah.
So leaning more towards dark comedy. And then two more things and we'll wrap it up. Creature Commandos. Not done with it.
Right.
But my God, Jay. You didn't tell, have you finished it? Did you watch all the episodes?
I've not finished it yet.
How far are you into it?
About halfway.
Did you get to the Weasel episode?
No, I have not. Will
have you heard about the Weasel episode?
Yes, Will raves about that episode.
I think there was an episode of X-Men 97 that I think we all raved about.
The Gambit one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, this Weasel's a character that no one should care about, right?
Yeah.
He's just Weasel.
Yeah.
This is what makes you go, man, I hope James Gunn can nail Superman, because with all the weird characters that there are in the DC universe and what he did with Guardians, no one ever thought he could do it, right? No one even thought it could even think about those characters. They didn't really exist in the zeitgeist before.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I might have cried about the Weasel episode.
Wow.
It's that damn good.
Okay.
It's so good. Jay.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is incredible, because it's also, the animation is the style of Young Justice animation, which I love that animation style. And pretty much all of DC is kind of in their independent movies that they release, everything kind of looks like that now.
Yeah.
Totally on board with the animation's incredible. The voice acting's on par. Dude, David Harbour is in there, and I think you said if they're the voice actor, they're going to be the actor, right?
Yep.
So if we get David Harbour as, I think that shouldn't be a spoiler because I think he's been in some of the episodes you've seen at this point. He's Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster. He's so good, Jay. He's so good as Frankenstein. I am praying we get a live action Creature Commando or Frankenstein, anything with Harbour as Frankenstein. Please give it to me.
The whole voice cast in it's just amazing.
It's incredible, dude. Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus.
Yes.
Heartbreaking, dude. Heartbreaking. Get back onto it. I think I've only got maybe an episode left, but that Weasel episode. Dude, I couldn't believe it because I remember him from the Suicide Squad movie. It's this freaking Weasel, right?
Yeah.
And it's his brother. It's his brother doing it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. I might be overselling it maybe, but damn, it was damn good. And then lastly, two more. Sorry. Real quick on this one, Ungentlemanly Warfare, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yep.
Watch it. It's really good.
I love it.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. I think you. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Damn good. Awesome. Cavill. Rumor about Cavill being Nova. Don't like it. Doesn't fit the character. We gotta find him. He's our Wolverine. He should be Wolverine. That's what I was going to say. We didn't talk about that. Then just to wrap this up real quick because we've gone long. The most endearing movie I've watched in a long time. It's a return to, well, not even a return to form. It's a different side of Kevin Smith we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
4:30 movie is incredible. You did not sell it good enough. I'm sorry. You did a poor job, Jay. Bad on you.
I enjoyed it, but it just didn't hit the same way some of his other movies have. And when you see it in close relation to Snack Shack and My Old Ass, it kind of took from it a little bit because those ones I felt like were better at the coming of age movie. But God, I did enjoy that one a lot.
No, it's so damn endearing. It's great. I really enjoyed it. Now, is it better than My Old Ass? No, it's not. Snack Shack, God, but those are two different movies, but they're all coming of age movies. Like, and that's like you try to say. Again, I'll just use it because I watched. I keep referencing it here in the episode. Is it Stand By Me? No, it's not. But what movie? There's not many movies that can be Stand By Me, right?
Yep.
But it was a return. I good on Kevin Smith. I am one of the few that goes Jersey Girl is actually a really good movie.
Oh no, I think so too.
And when he does he does the dick and fart jokes, but when you get to the scenes, like it's the ones those scenes you look forward to. In Clerks 2 and Clerks 3, where he's got those scenes where it's like he's trying to break your heart and just break you as a person.
Yes.
Basically. And it's the most human writing. It's just after he's had his flop with Tusk and his flops with Yoga Hosers. Yeah. And even the Jane Silent Bob reboot. It's Jane Silent Bob, so it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it has its endearing scene, right? Kevin Smith tries to fit it in there. But this whole movie was endearing to me. It was just really, it was lighthearted. It hit on things, and then the scene in the alley with the friends all fighting. Wow, really good.
Yep.
And I watched the extras where they talk to the actors about doing that scene. And they're talking to the kid that played basically the Ernie O'Donnell character is who it is. Yeah. Because it's based on him, but basically they were talking about it, and Ernie was there for the filming of that, and Ernie broke down. He broke down watching the filming of that because he's just, it's just like reality, but it hits you, that's my life, but it's not real life. Oh man. It was very touching to see him talking about it, but great on Kevin for doing that movie. It was great. It's a shame he didn't tour with that one though, did he?
No, he didn't.
See, and I feel bad because I'm like, that movie's not going to make money ever. That would never be unless he were to tour with it and he would do the Q&A with it. Yeah, and that's how I would just. Otherwise, how's he going to keep getting funding for movies like this unless he does his method of distributing?
I think with this one, it was just so low budget. That he was able to pull it off because he did it during the writers and actor strike. Mm-hmm. Because of the low cost of it, it was outside of the the different guilds, so people were able to be in it at the time. So
yeah. And good on him. He was still able to get all of his buddies in it, which it's going to be. It's not a Kevin Smith movie unless you can get, but Ken Jeong in it. Oh my God, so good as the movie manager Mike.
Yes, he was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed him. So, but yeah, no, I just wanted to share that. Very endearing, very heartfelt.
Yeah,
and super enjoyable. Yeah. Oh, and I'm sorry. Yeah, and then going one step back, not only is Henry Cavill our Wolverine, Henry Cavill shall also be James Bond, and you cannot sell me on someone else being James Bond.
Oh, I know. I would love that.
Must end the episode with giving him his flowers, as always.
Of course.
He is the king of the nerds. Let him still reign. But yeah, no, that's all I got for you. Please get around to the Weasel episodes that we can talk about that, and I can see if I'm justified in my reaction. Don't know if I could go back and rewatch it because it's hard to get through because it's just so heartbreaking. Okay. It really is. Oh man, it was rough.
I might check it out tomorrow.
Nice. All right, man.
All right.
That's all I got for you this week. Until next week.
See you.
Thanks for listening. Follow us on social media at Nyrdcast. It's NYRDCAST, and at our website, nerdcast.com. Be sure to rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
This week's featured song is Money by Empired.
A registered philosophy. Meditate and don't drink green tea. If it's inability, I'll find the stability. I wanna find and line of it. But every year that he reads the ring. Style of some more free time I get bored. But I'm like it, gone on it. And there's one thing that set me free. The goal is serenity. And now I'm running epiphany. Some security, live my life in purity.